Me. I am a memoir. I said a memoir. The meaning of Mariah Carey.
Hello, Emily! Oh, I made it go red. Welcome back to Me. I Am a Memoir. The meaning of Mariah Carey. We have returned from the regular verse, and we are here in the Memoir Dome.
Yes, thank goodness.
Face to face.
Butt to face.
Butt to face.
And face to butt sometimes.
Face to butt. For a triple DP, no, just a single P.
Okay, just a single P? Okay.
Yeah, just a single P. We are back in Mariah's world, the increasingly inaccurately named...
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
reality show. Because Mariah seems to be becoming, you know, an adjunct to her own world. Mm-hmm. Although this week she does do something wildly problematic.
Oh God, yeah. Rip Molly.
But we will find out about that when we, you know, get our poshnopsis of Mariah's world. But first, we've got to find out what's happening in the world of Mariah as opposed to Mariah's world.
Mariah's world, yeah, thank God.
In the Mimi moment.
Yay.
Me moments.
Okay. We've got a few things happening.
Oh my God, so many things happening.
But there's lots of little things like, you know, the LP of number ones.
Oh, yeah.
Coming out and some hints of things to come. And of course, the Audible Words of Music.
Yes. I did love what she said about the number ones album.
Yes. Which is that I've got way more than
there's
this.
been way more since then.
Yeah, fabulous. It's like, why aren't they doing number one to infinity?
Yeah.
Weirdly, though, I didn't have a chance to go and check, but I'm pretty sure I already have number ones on vinyl. So I think it's just a repressing, but it's just like, it's new.
Oh, but maybe it's a colourful vinyl.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And of course, we have, you know, the portrait remixes and stuff, which we will cover when we get to the whole Audible Words and or music.
And you know what I'm going to make you do?
Oh, no.
You have to do the entire 16-minute remix.
Of course I do.
Yeah,
I assume. Yeah, I assume that
Well,
would
you were
be...
refusing to do them last time. I wanted you to listen to all my 16-minute remixes.
I think I listened to one or two.
You listened to 4.
Yeah, that's more. That's pretty good.
That's a full hour.
It is. Yeah, literally 4 songs an hour. That's what I charge. So, I don't know what that means.
By the hour.
But we have had some interesting nuggets in other areas.
Oh, I love a nugget.
Because Mariah's been talking about the words of music, but then saying other words about other music.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So speaking to Variety, Mariah talked about the possibility of releasing Angel's Advocate.
No.
Saying that she needs to look into it, and while she has no current plans, she thinks the songs are worthy of a release.
They are worthy, Mariah.
It's been coming up.
Not the Kanye one. Replace him.
Yeah, no, we
maybe
don't
get
need
someone
him.
else on
Yeah,
there.
maybe like Diddy or
No, not
Diddy.
him either. No. Just get JD. He's around.
Yeah. So that'll be very
hasn't cancelled
exciting.
himself
No, give him time. They are dropping like flies.
They really are.
She's also been working on a remix of Rainbow Interlude with David Morales, which would turn it into a full-length track.
16 minutes?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because apparently it was meant to be a full song, but she just never got to finish it.
Yeah.
And I think that was my favourite of that album.
Yeah, you loved that one.
And we got a little bit of a glimpse of it when she announced her rainbow merch.
Oh, she loves the rainbow.
She loves the merch. And I love the fact that she was like, Pride merch, it says 2024, so you can't wear it next year. I'll put out more.
She's so good. I want the Pride fan. Like, oh, I'm having a hot flush.
Yes.
My menopause fan.
We do love a fan on this podcast.
We do love a fan.
Yeah, so you can cover that with something else.
Can I please take us back to last time we recorded when we were after our fan business, and we were sitting at McDonald's and realised at no point in talking about that fan had we made the OnlyFans joke.
I know.
Why? What is wrong with us?
We're so tired.
We were very tired. We were delirious.
I still need to share those photos because I got a photo of us with an orange drink, if you know, you know.
Oh, that's right.
And I also got a photo of you eating chips. And I was going to say, you can't get enough I love that shit. So that will be, check the socials. Me, I Am a Memoir, if you would like to see that quality content.
Just content.
Yeah. Still better than some content that I'm seeing out there.
Oh, yeah, no.
In the
I've
world,
seen
on radio, for example.
Poor quality content. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that shit.
Love that shit.
Mariah has also touched on new music, saying that she has some songs, but is still working out which ones will make the album. So she doesn't want to give too much away because then people will get the wrong idea.
Yes.
If she says, it's Curly Raya, it's classic 90s Curly Raya, and then she comes out, with EDM child bangers that we're talking about off air, with Justice Crew, then people will be upset. Yeah. And this isn't what we thought. No. So she's taking her time. I'd like her to speed up a little bit.
No, I'm happy for her to take her time because I can listen to a 16-minute remix.
That's true.
Of Portrait for about another 3 weeks.
That's true.
Before I ever need a new track.
I'll be in a row.
Yeah. Seriously. I get to the end of it, I go, ooh, I've had so many colours of Mariah. I'm going to have to put it back on.
Yeah. Well, how would you feel about a 3-week remix?
I would love a 3-week remix. I feel like she's got it in her. Imagine if Rainbow
it's the 3-week remix.
She's like, oh, David, just play some do-do-do-do-dos here and I'm going to go to the shops and come back.
Yeah, just got to dub some things off.
Got to dub some things off at the shops,
make some content.
Then she comes out and gives it some more welly. Yeah. While she has some vocal rest during about 20 minutes.
She would do.
Yeah, she would have vocal rest during the song.
Yeah. This is for another podcast, but I'm excited for a dance break that's essentially an extended dance break in the middle of what is really one big extended dance break.
Oh, yes.
Because that's fun. And I'm like, that's Mariah's version of vocal rest in the middle of just a concert. I'm just
going to have a rest now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some vocal rest during this show.
Yeah. You just hear Stella screaming backstage at someone. So yes, very, very looking forward to some new music because we haven't had an album since we started.
Just tastes.
Yeah,
I know.
Little morsels. Speaking of, we've got a morsel.
Yes,
which is a new song called "Made for Me." It's a remix. Of a. I actually haven't. Is it Muni Long? Money Long? I'm not 100%.
I think it's Muni Long.
Muni Long, sure.
Or as we were saying in Australia,
Muni Pool.
Balloon.
Balloon, yeah. You're really ballooned out.
Oh, do you want a balloon? Moonie? Moonie Long. Oh, I love that Moonie Long.
Yeah. God. See, we can be problematic about people's names without being problematic.
Yeah.
We can
I think it's still problematic.
It probably is. So we've had a little listen. How did you feel about the Made for Me?
I loved it. Well, she's written for Mariah in the past. She has a song on Caution that she contributed to. Oh, which one was it? I can't remember now. It's
Google Moonie.
Google Moonie.
MOOEWENNYJI.
Normally I cut out the Googling, but you're making it funny.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing. Let's have a look. Her name is Priscilla Renee Hamilton.
Yeah, that's her. Priscilla.
No.
Yeah. And there was another one.
No. Hamilton. It looks like Runway.
Yeah.
Which was the little bonus track.
The little bonus, yeah. So yes, they have worked together before. So she knows the vibe.
Well, because it is very 90s Mariah.
Very 90s Mariah.
But it also gave me Brandy Monica, Babyface, that real solid mid-90s R&B sound.
Yeah.
Which,
and Mariah elevates. In the same way she does, I feel like, for that Ariana Grande song, where I was like, this is a cute song. And then you go, oh no,
Mariah's
this is a song.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's me being, child of the 90s, obsessed with Mariah and going, as soon as I hear Mariah, everything's better.
Well, because what I really liked about this song in particular is it was melodious. You don't hear that much anymore.
You don't hear it melodious without the melodious machine.
Yes. But There's one thing that I did notice about these, and if I was thinking to myself, am I going to go there? But because we are real,
yes,
as is Mariah and some other regular people, I was like, I would mention it about the Jen, so I need to mention about Mariah. Obviously, the voice changes,
yes,
and that's okay. We love that. But I've noticed in the two remixes a heavy leaning on nasal.
Yeah.
Which isn't her voice all the time, because in Masterclass we heard it without the nasal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a style choice she's making, but it's not sitting as nicely in my ear.
Yeah, and maybe it's like I know when the occasional time I try and sing, there are certain notes I can't quite get to without kind of pushing it out like that.
Which I think is an Australian and a gay thing.
Yeah.
So, and there, obviously, Shania Mariah is very nasal.
Yes.
And has become more nasal, but it's part of her unique tone.
Yeah.
And I think with Mariah, I think it's a choice she's making, going, I've got this new thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about it personally.
Yeah. I suspect it might be that she's found more strength in that tone than the tone she maybe would have used for those notes. Because
obviously the breath is good, the whistle's good, but some of that middle powerful bit is, it's on vocal rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was curious whether she's, and I also thought maybe it's the key that these remixes are coming to her in, and she's like, it's not my key.
I don't love it.
But
I'll straddle it if I have to.
Yeah, obviously I can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't mention it last time because I don't want it to sound like, I don't want to join the chorus of people saying her voice is different.
Well, it is.
But
it's
it is.
like, she's
different textures.
She's moved on from being 12 to 14 now, and
don't worry, that comes up. The lies, darling. It comes up.
So yeah, like she's a little older, and the vocal cords change.
Yeah.
And also I wonder what her speaking voice does to her singing voice.
Yeah.
Because her speaking voice always sounds so strained.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that sometimes. And it's like, oh, Mariah, are you okay? That sounds harsh.
And I'm always curious. Obviously, she does the vocal rest, but has she employed other therapies? Because she's got, what do you call them? The moisture?
Oh, she's got...
fans? No, the other opposite.
She's got the OnlyFans.
The OnlyFans.
The wet OnlyFans.
If you know, you know.
Humidifier is the word.
Humidifier. So, she cares about...
She's got some fans covered in moisture.
She cares about...
Slap.
She cares about... She cares about the voice. She gets
double DP of fans.
Maybe she needs to put some of the, residue directly on the vocal cord instead of on the fan.
I once cured a sore throat with that.
Oh my god. Whose?
I don't know.
Didn't get a name.
I think there are about 3. It was a busy night.
Oh god. Now I'm thinking of radio content again.
Oh no!
And the lies we tell ourselves. Why are we talking about this? So yeah, I'm curious. Obviously,
have you been in this podcast before?
No. Obviously, she cares about the voice. She rests it. She gets humidifiers.
Yes.
But I'm wondering if there's other things. Maybe staying up all night is not the best. Maybe,
but that's when she does her work.
I know, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's hard, but I tend to find my creativity flourishes, but my activity falls dramatically.
I find myself I make very weird noises at certain times of the night. Yeah, when I'd be doing gigs, if I'd been doing brekkie radio, at night time, because I used to sing at the end of my set, and it was...
Was it beautiful?
Yeah, it was a lot.
I don't think Mariah knows that song.
She doesn't know that song.
Jeez. But yeah, I'm curious. I'd love to actually see what is happening behind the scenes.
But that's the joy and the beauty. Is that it's all a mystery.
Yeah.
The mystery that we did have uncovered for us in Mariah's world, and we no longer ever want to see again.
No, never.
So perhaps it's best to keep it a mystery.
But before we get to that very exciting thing, what score have you given to the... What was her name?
Muni.
Yes.
Look, it's just a tiny sliver off of infinity.
Okay.
It's not quite all the way in.
Okay.
It's great and I love it, but it's not full Mariah.
Yeah.
Even though it sounds full Mariah, and I know part of the reason it was done is because someone did an AI version of that song with Mariah's voice.
Oh, Mariah's like, I'm getting these royalties.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that does sound like one of my songs.
Yeah, interesting.
Like that turned into a whole thing online. People like going, oh, this could be a Mariah song. This could be a Mariah song. And then
Mariah's like, well, it is now.
It is now. Yeah. The last half, at least.
I don't know Mooney.
Who is Flo Rida's cousin, sister? They're related somehow.
Okay.
But yeah, so, we know that Flo Rida is... We don't know her.
Do we not? Yeah, right.
Yeah, because of the vending machine.
Yes. Which you proload.
I did. I liked that song. I liked Flo Rida. But it's just... I think the problem is that it's such a throwback that it doesn't feel like it's doing anything new.
Yeah.
It doesn't... Muni. There's nothing new. New about it.
I understand that and feel similar. Like I've hovered between sort of a 4.25, 4.5, which is my version of the Rim of Infinity.
Yeah.
That's a movie waiting to happen.
Infinity DP.
Yeah. Yeah. It never ends.
Yeah. But I love the nostalgic vibe, but it's I kind of wanted just one extra bit to it.
Like just only Mariah.
That would be an amazing.
Yeah. All right. That does bring us to the end of the movie moments.
Oh.
Which means, unfortunately.
Oh God. All right. It is time for us to break it on down. The latest episode of Mariah's World, the name of which I've stopped caring about.
Yeah. I have it, don't I?
You've written it down. All right. Let's break it on down. Mariah's World.
Feels so regular. That's the level we're working at. Okay.
It does.
Break me on down.
Mariah's World, episode 4. Mimi's anniversary.
Is it only episode 4?
I know. There's 4 more to go.
No.
I know.
How are there 8 of these?
I know. How have we not already watched 87 of them?
It feels like... Oh no, it feels like we've only watched one, given the amount of content.
Yeah, what we've learned. Yeah.
But they've gone for so long and they've teased what's happening next so often that it's like, oh God.
Well, that's the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so episode 4, 540,000 viewers, up from last week's 730,000.
Right, yeah.
It's really dropping. It was 2 million to start with.
I know. It's on the E channel.
I know. Previously on Mariah's World, Tanaka and Mariah have definitely not talked.
No.
Plus, we almost saw Tanaka dick.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Molly still can't connect to the Apple TV.
Why are we still seeing Molly not being able to
I know,
connect to
especially
Apple TV?
Because it doesn't show up in this episode. Like, it's not like, I don't know.
Is it just to remind us that Molly exists?
And she's bad?
And is incompetent?
Yeah, I think so. And then I just said, literally none of the previously on had anything to do with Mariah.
No.
None of it.
None of it. She's been sidelined from her own world.
Yeah, and fair enough. I would want to be as well.
Yeah. I suspect she may have taken the Lorenz train out of there.
Yeah. She's like, can they blur me?
Can I be blurred in this?
Yeah, I think I might be blurred.
Trey's blurred. Why can't I be blurred?
She just walks in with Vaseline on her face because that'll do it. They'll never know.
I'll look internally 12 if I'm blurry.
So tonight on Mariah's World, cake jumping.
Cake jumping.
Fireworks.
Cake jumping was last week.
Yeah, but also this week.
Oh, okay, good.
Mainly because we have to set up more Molly incompetence.
Yes.
Don't have fun, Molly. So cake jumping, fireworks, and hilarious workplace abuse.
Oh, I don't forget Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, that wasn't on the Tonight On.
Oh, okay.
So
that just happened later.
I think it just happened.
Yeah.
It was
tangential.
Easter.
Tangential Easter.
Yeah.
We know that Mariah's birthday happens around Easter.
Yeah, so apparently Christmas was the day before.
Yeah.
So we start with Mariah seeing some fans.
Yes.
Not the kind of fans that we're talking about, although I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have also had a decorated face.
I wanted to decorate Tanaka at one point during this show.
Did you? Yeah. So she sees some of the Lamley. She has some bubbles and some snow on her plane.
Yeah.
There is no actual lead up to this. It's just happening alongside the closing credits at the start of the show.
Yeah.
Oh Santa plays. Oh Santa plays while Mariah points to her milk and cookies and winks. So you know, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh Santa.
Mariah and Lee Daniels catch up, and we get a weird analogy about rum and ice and straws.
That was very strange.
Yeah, I didn't write anything else about it.
Also, why was the chat with Lee Daniels filmed with someone's pocket watch?
I know. Yeah, it was probably Molly. No, it was Stella's child.
It was Stella's child filming it. Okay.
Yeah. It feels like they didn't have enough content for the episode, so 6 months later, they just filmed it on someone's shoddy iPhone and stapled it in.
No, it was weird.
Because otherwise Mariah would not have been in this episode.
Yeah,
So,
essentially.
they're like, we need Mariah. They discuss how Mariah was white at the beginning of her career because Tommy said so.
Yes.
And somehow now it's Easter, even though 3 minutes ago it was Christmas. On that plane. Molly is setting up an Easter party and dressing as the Easter bunny, and she Molly explains what a costume is.
Oh no, it wasn't Christmas on the plane. She just said it felt festive,
right?
And we had to have a Christmas song. Wink,
With
wink.
Snow.
This is how I make my money.
So Molly explains what a costume is.
Oh my god!
So you cannot talk in a costume.
No.
You cannot.
I love that she knew all the rules, implying she'd done this before.
Yeah. You cannot use sign language.
No.
And in a fire, you have to burn to death.
Yes. With the children.
Oh yeah. Don't break character. Maybe you can get an adult.
You can get an adult,
but you can't sign to them.
But you can't sign to them
or talk to them.
But you need to, if you need to let someone know that there is some sort of catastrophe happening from inside your rabbit outfit, I think you just do a little shit and just poop out.
And you have to
the message.
You're not allowed to walk or run.
Yeah.
You have to hop. And just to give you an idea of how I'm feeling at this point in the episode, I hate everything about this and I hate myself.
I was enjoying the Molly rabbit things. I was like, oh, thank God they've given her something to do that's fun. Because they keep making her do like really annoying things like go to Harrods where you can't film anything. To get truffles, which I wasn't sure whether they were chocolate truffles or the mushrooms.
No.
It wasn't
little rabbit
clear.
poos.
Little rabbit poos.
It was little rabbit poos.
But yeah, it was fun. And she was hiding, she was hiding eggs. She was having a really good time.
It was fun. But clearly, that is not part of her job.
No.
So, fuck you, Molly.
Yeah.
Anthony brings his kid along, who I guess he doesn't see because he fucks everything that moves.
Yeah.
That seems to be what is happening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to see her much because her mum hates me because I can't keep it in my pants.
Yeah. He said that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it makes a lot of sense why he didn't want a child on the bus. Because it's like,
could have been his.
I have my own child. And how do I explain to the mother why I didn't look after her for the last 3 months?
Yeah.
Because I was on tour and I said, you can't have children on the bus. It's why I didn't pay child support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
can't have children on the bus. Not because I'm opposed to them, but because it'll make me look like an even worse dad than I already am.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Nick Cannon. You know? Coming soon on Mariah's Will. So Molly finds out that Mariah and Stella don't want a bunny. That's the whole thing.
What? But it's just some guy tells her.
I know, we don't know who he is.
Who is he?
It's like, Mariah and Stella don't want a bunny. Okay.
But we've seen
she
Mariah
acts out
with
how
the
sad
bunny.
Because she can't talk.
Oh, yeah, so she has to act out how sad.
Do you reckon that's still Molly? Do you think she sewed it into the costume?
Yeah, I think she still
brings her out every year?
Yeah.
I said, like, what the fuck ever? This is pure garbage.
You've turned on this show.
I really have.
See, I was enjoying the Molly bunny thing until they went, oh no, they don't want a bunny. And I'm like, oh, come on. She had one thing that was going to be vaguely positive.
But no, as we find out, that is not to be.
That is
not meant to be for poor moles. So Mariah shows up and tells us that it's both Easter and her anniversary.
Oh my God.
Rock and Ro agree to be on camera briefly just to get a Kinder Surprise. It's like, okay, Mum, you can unblur us if we get an Easter egg with a toy in it.
I want the toy.
So
Easter egg in a toy.
we'll do it. We get a truly painful conversation about a rooster, and honestly, y'all, leave the... I don't know what's happening. I'm from the South. Leave the disgusting talk to us. It's our thing. Your thing is something else.
That's right, because they refer to it as a man chicken. I mean, a different... Yeah, I know.
Quack, as Stella put it.
They leaned on that a lot.
They did. It was too much.
It's way too much.
Like,
it was funny the first time it happened.
Yeah.
Like when Christopher did it, it was funny. But when Stella did it, it was terrible.
Yeah, and it went on for 10 minutes between that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Yes.
They always go way too long. Yeah. It's like, I got the joke. Stop doing it now. I'm
devastated because one of my favourites was Maya Rudolph as Beyonce doing Hot Wings or Hot Ones.
Yeah.
And they've just done a sequel and it was just the same thing. And I was like, it's not as funny now. Like, you've just done the same thing but worse.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Makes me think of that, remember when Krusty the Clown was on Saturday Night Live?
Like, actually?
No,
or just
it was
in The
like
Simpsons?
in The Simpsons. And it was like, they went to a sketch and it was like, it's the Big Ear family, and they all had really big ears.
Yeah.
And then he's got the giant, earbud, and he goes, this goes on for 8 more minutes.
Yeah. I just watched an episode that, when I say new, it's probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
But where his dad dies. And it's about poor Krusty, like, thinking his dad didn't find him funny or something. And then goes to, church or temple?
Temple.
And
synagogue. But I think they call it temple in America.
And the rabbi is telling all those jokes. And it was like his dad's favourite. I was like, that's very sweet. Weirdly, so many people hate the new episodes of The Simpsons. I was like, these are fun.
No, I've seen some great recent ones. Yeah.
I don't know what everyone's on about. Anyway. Tanaka practices jumping out of a cake.
Do you love how much we love Mariah's World that we talked
about? I know. Let's talk about new Simpsons episodes.
New Simpsons chat.
Season 26, absolutely. Tanaka practices jumping out of the cage and then tells us he's been working with Mariah since 2005, which is also when he toured with her. I wonder why he made that distinction.
Yeah.
Perhaps he was hired for other things separate from the tour.
Maybe there were other cakes.
Maybe
he always has to be in the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mariah encouraged him to be more than just a dancer. Like, I don't know, maybe a flesh dildo who doesn't talk. I didn't realise you had just taken a sip of water.
I nearly choked on that.
Look, it happens with the flesh dildo. It can happen. God, we
flesh
really...
Flesh dildo. You know how to use it.
Oh my God. That is my favourite of the Boo Gees. That catalogue.
The flesh dildo, yes.
Oh my God.
It's from Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, it's the same cast. By the way, we're in Copenhagen. I haven't said prior, as I don't care anymore.
Did we leave Copenhagen? I thought we were in Copenhagen last time. We've been in Denmark for ages.
Go back and forth. Well, because it's Easter and Christmas, so no one knows.
Because Denmark was where they went for when the hairdresser came and the other one got fired.
Oh yeah. And she shows up, but I forgot her name, so I didn't write it down.
Yeah, she had one. She only had one.
I don't care anymore. There's 4 more episodes of this shit to go.
Oh my God, you've really gone.
I really hated it.
Oh man.
I was looking forward to This Is Me Now. That's how full on this got.
Oh wow. That's next week. Right. I'm not looking forward to that at
all. Mariah decides she wants a mozzarella stick, but bets that stupid Molly, who she hasn't met but heard cries a lot, probably didn't order them. So because reality TV is a cancer and should be erased from this earth, it's decided that Mariah should prank call sensitive crying Molly, who she hasn't met.
Yeah.
And pretend to be Pamela ordering food. Mariah is fun. But
very funny.
It's very fun, but the whole thing screams lawsuit.
Yeah, it wouldn't scream lawsuit if we didn't see what was going to happen next in all the coming soon bits of this episode. It's not okay. I have a theory about all this anyway.
Okay.
That's it's a Stella-based theory, as they all are.
They all are.
Yeah.
I said it screams lawsuit if, of course, any of this was real. Mariah goes really hard, and everyone is happy that they humiliated a sad girl. Sad Molly.
Mariah's impression of Pamela is great, though.
It is great.
I enjoy Pamela.
The character.
as
We
a
love
character.
we love Pamela.
Pamela is fun.
Just maybe in another scenario.
Yeah.
With someone who won't be actually devastated, but then she's not. It's wild.
This is part of my theory.
Okay.
Okay.
So Tanaka gets in the cake and he's trapped in there for so long that James Franco won an Oscar.
For playing it.
I hope that one will just be got. I didn't check it. Molly finds
Get
out.
off his phone,
Yeah. Surprise anniversary. Like picks up his arm. Here it is. Blows that out. Molly finds out her stressful afternoon was all part of a prank and is weirdly okay with it.
Because she gets to meet Mariah.
She gets to meet Mariah. It's all that matters. Yeah. Mariah finally shows up to her anniversary party just in time for them to set Tanaka on fire. He jumps out of the cake and does some embarrassing Magic Mike moves.
Yeah.
I said, does anyone actually find this sexy? Something tells me you may have found some of this sexy.
A little bit, yeah.
I think for me...
Not the moves, it was just...
Yeah, the moves. The body, I get.
Yeah, Tanaka just standing around in a pair of gold runners and a bow tie, nothing else.
Yeah,
yes.
Great. I know, I've never understood the whole, men's stripper dancing. Who finds that hot?
Men.
Do they?
Yeah, straight men think that's how...
Oh, yes. Yeah, they think that that's hot.
They think that that's what women think is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
By the way, speaking of strippers, have you seen the Chippendales series?
No.
It's really good.
Does it have Jamie Jury?
It does not have Jamie Jury. No, he was in Manpower Down Under. The Thunder from Down Under.
Oh, that's right, of course.
In Vegas. No, Chippendales is really good. It's got Murray Bartlett in it, the Australian actor, who's amazing. And also has Juliette Lewis, who is always good in everything.
Yes.
It's camp.
My favourite role of hers is Britney Spears Save Us. A greater performance there's never been.
No.
So Mariah pours champagne down her employer's torso.
Yeah, problematic.
And reminds us that that's normal.
That's normal.
It's normal.
This is normal when you come to work.
Yes. For me. Then, in a shocking turn of events, Mariah admits to being 14 on camera.
I know. Well, it's because she was too close to their age.
Maybe.
I
think this is all wrong. And I said this entire episode should have been thrown out for that admission alone. She was trying to, because remember Tanaka said it last week, and so now she's trying to butter him up.
Yeah.
Or champagne him up. And so she's like, I'll just say what he said.
Yeah.
So that he
said I was 14.
Because the Lamley will come for him, and I don't want them to because I want to bang him.
Yeah. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's very hot.
Now the entire team are like, why are Mariah and I can't say that. Why are Mariah and Tanaka full on barebacking right here in front of us?
They're not having a conversation.
Well,
it was intimate. But
it was
a conversation.
intimate. That's not how I talk. I mean, the content.
We are that close together right now.
We are.
Right butt to face.
Touching knees. And I just poured that champagne down your torso.
That's the fan.
You got it installed.
Why did you pour that on the fan?
And that's not champagne.
I wish
it's the flesh dildo edition.
Everyone knew that I have a fan right in my eyeline.
Yeah. And if you stood up, another line. Well, it's the singular eye. Anyway, Mariah is carried out onto the balcony to watch her fireworks.
Her fireworks that were organised for her 14th birthday.
Yes,
yeah.
And it reminds
Anniversary.
What are you doing? Oh my god. It's all that fan stuff. A bit depleted.
I'm fan clumped.
You got fan clumped. The fan is fan clumped.
The fan is very fan clumped.
Kaplunk, as we said. Oh, I really didn't think it could get worse than the mop.
I know. Who knew we were going to get worse than the mop? We went to Fanland. OnlyFans. Imagine if you did go to OnlyFans and that's all that was there.
I think I'd prefer it. That's what I'm going to put up a fan up against a glory hole and see what happens. You know,
and just
like,
film it for OnlyFans.
Yeah. So far out. Because there's fireworks, it reminds Mariah of the 4th of July, and that's when her dad died. So it's all of the thing, like it's anniversary, it's Easter, it's Christmas, it's Dad Dead Day.
Yeah, it's the 4th of July.
4th of July, you know. It's her first date with Tanaka. So
I don't think it's the first.
I was specifically mentioning like dates. She's going to put a date somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And see if you can find it.
A sticky date pudding day? Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, one of those. Molly gets some pictures. Yeah, it's the, and then just a date hits it, and it sticks to the fan. Sticky date pudding.
Sticky date putting it in where?
The fan.
Oh, okay.
In the fan. God. We're getting worse. We have warnings at the beginning of our episodes now. So Molly gets some pictures in the cake, the sticky date cake, and appears to smile for the first time, perhaps in her whole life. So naturally, Stella wants to kill her.
Yeah.
Then next, Molly details the horrific working conditions.
Yes.
Not being allowed to eat or sleep, which is definitely something...
Or cry.
He'll cry. Definitely something that reflects well on everyone involved.
Yeah.
Stella tells us that an assistant should be a psychic who can anticipate every single moment of everyone's lives, and they should be present at all times, not running around doing the errands that you made them do.
No.
Like that. Why are you doing that? Why are you going to Harrods? I told you to go to Harrods. Why are you at Harrods?
Yeah.
To the fan section, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, poor Moles. So Molly now decides to take 5 minutes for herself.
She should have 5 minutes.
5 minutes to get the smallest tattoo of the whole world.
Yes.
On her arm or something.
It's a finger. It's somewhere weird.
Yeah. And she's like, it reminds me that people would die to have my job. And I said, which is a wish that frankly might be granted. We're now reminded that Mariah needs to spend time with her kids.
Yeah.
Because she loves them.
She loves her kids.
And they're on tour with her, so she needs to fit some time in.
Yeah.
Which is the same spiel we get in every episode. That's Mariah's one scene is I have to spend time with the kids. Yeah. So
well, the kids aren't the kids in London? They're based in London.
Yeah.
Or the kids have come to Copenhagen.
Sure. Whatever. Doesn't need to make sense.
Or does she go back to London to spend time with
We
the
don't
kids?
know. I don't think they tell us.
Okay.
Who cares? The dancers are mad that Tanaka is stooping Mariah. So that's a whole conversation that goes nowhere. Then, now we're back to Molly again. Like it keeps, it's just Molly, Stella, Stella, Stella.
Yeah.
The Stella-Molly dynamic becomes so convoluted that literally no one can follow it anymore.
No one understands.
But it's probably a good thing for Stella to attack Molly in front of everyone on the bus.
Yeah.
I think that was a good choice.
Yeah. So everyone on the bus can go, oh yeah, Molly's not doing her job.
Yeah, we all know now.
But Stella said it out loud.
Yeah.
In front of us all.
Yeah.
Despite Molly doing everything she was told.
Yeah, I know.
And, using her own initiative to come up with a rabbit that she was told not to have.
Yeah. And then she's like, but I was at church anyway. I can't argue with church.
No. Oh my God, the church thing was too... I don't understand.
So we get a reprieve because Mariah gets rolled around.
Yeah.
Which is always fun. And talks about the Butterfly album, which... what about him? What about he talks about the Butterfly album? Okay, so she's talking about the Butterfly album on stage.
Yes.
While Molly and Stella are still screaming at each other backstage.
Yeah.
We meet some Lamley, who we love, but it barely soothes the pain of this show.
Oh, I know. The Lamley are delightfully unhinged.
Absolutely. There was one sweet man who talked about being discriminated against.
Yes.
And that Queen Mariah is everything to him. So that was a nice moment.
That was beautiful.
That was the one moment that I was like, okay, I can...
And she got a present.
She's got a present. Well, that comes up. So Mariah speaks with an Italian fan who tries to give her a necklace, and she's like, please don't. It's probably cheap. And worse than that, pre-owned. Like, she's trying to be so gentle and kind.
She's trying.
But she clearly does not want that
No.
freaking necklace. But then on the bus later, she's like, oh, I'm so glad. This necklace means so much. Okay.
Yeah. It's got a diamond in it.
Sure. Stella sits down with Molly to tell her that she totally likes her.
Yeah.
I totally like you. And Molly's like, No, you don't. It's okay.
I have watched the show.
You do not.
You
I know. I've watched the first 3 episodes and it took 6 months. But I've seen it. But basically, like, Stella just says, you're just not taking the abuse well enough.
No.
You know, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Is that you can't deal with the abuse as well as I would like you to. Molly tells Stella that she's legitimately afraid to talk to her.
Yeah.
And Stella's like, well, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Okay. Molly asks Stella to clarify if she's fired. I don't know. Do you know? Is Molly fired? I can't tell.
I couldn't make that out.
To this day.
Yeah.
Molly's probably still in that bunny outfit.
Yeah.
Going out.
Waiting. Am I fired?
Am I fired?
Is this a
It's
firing
really
offense?
horrific. Mariah and Stella discuss Molly getting a tattoo, and Mariah's like, that's not cool. She should be available for us to humiliate at all times. Like, that's not cool. Going off for 10 minutes to get the world's smallest tattoo.
Yeah.
Like,
I need to call her and yell about mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
And ask her what she's wearing.
Even though she's clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But again, none of this matters because it's not real.
It's not real.
Still to come this season.
Oh my God, no, there's still to come.
Mariah
The fact that it's this season worries me.
I know.
Because it didn't seem enough information or content in the still to come for one episode, let alone another 4.
Yeah, well, this is everything that happens in the season, as we discover.
Yeah.
Mariah tells us things are going to get better and better, but I don't believe her.
No.
Mariah jumps on a trampoline while Nick Cannon shows up to remind us that he exists.
Yes.
And is a worse father than Anthony.
Yeah.
Tanaka has a birthday party, and oh yeah, James Packer is a thing, but whatever. Mariah and Tanaka are pashing now.
Oh,
please God, can't we listen to Rebirth again? Like, I was actually going, you know what? I can deal with that Fat Joe song now.
Oh my God, Fat Joe. There's some Fat Joe coming.
There is some Fat Joe coming. Or just Joe, as we should probably call him now.
Regular size
Joe.
So I have a theory about Molly.
Okay.
Are you ready for my Molly theory?
Am I going to be mind blown?
Probably not.
Okay.
Because it makes the most sense of any of the theories that you could possibly have about Molly. Molly's an actor.
Yep.
Has been hired to be the stupid assistant.
Yep.
Stella is realizing Molly might actually get someone paying attention to her and just let her go. No, the show needs to be about me. Like, what if Molly gets the spin-off?
Yes.
Halfway through, she's gone, what? She did a bunny suit? I should have done the bunny suit.
That's great.
She could get a spin-off with that bunny suit. I want the Stella spin-off.
That is...
Molly's got to go.
Yeah. I mean, the bunny suit is, afternoon radio level content.
Yeah.
So she's right. She's right to be worried.
Yeah. But I think Molly was an actor. I think they ran out of money. Stella's gone, we can't afford to keep having this woman around everywhere. She's not actually giving us the kind of content we were looking for in the show. Because while she's wildly incompetent, she's more competent than is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of just cruel now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly reckon Stella's gone, I'm never going to get that spin-off with all these people distracting from me with their storylines.
Yeah. Even if I push Mariah out of the entire episode, which I have succeeded in doing.
Because I noticed she got rid of, she managed to get the hairdresser on board who she was combative with. And now the hairdresser has no lines.
I know.
Christopher Buckle barely gets a line in. He's very funny.
Yeah.
It's mostly Anthony. He's an annoying child.
The child on the bus.
The child on the bus. Tanaka Cake.
Yeah. And that's another thing I will say. There's a lot of... They're really pushing the Tanaka angle. And I'm like, what's that about?
Yeah.
Is Mariah just he needs a bit of money. He needs to feel secure if he's going to be rooting me backstage. So I'll give him something to do.
I don't know. It's very... he's very photogenic. He looks great. Looks a lot better on camera than Anthony does.
I haven't paid that much attention to anyone. I by this point, I put the Vaseline in my own eyes.
Anthony wears clothes the whole time. Tanaka is never dressed.
That's why.
He's very sensibly never dressed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Molly was meant to be the comic relief.
Yeah. And
just A, wasn't funny enough.
Yeah.
And B, was more interesting than Stella.
Yes. Not hard, but yes.
Yeah. And that's my theory. that what like she was in on the bullying, like
Oh God, like yeah.
Yeah.
I think what's wild to me is that someone saw the script and went, "Yeah, this will make Mariah look good."
Yeah.
It's like none of this makes Mariah look good. It makes her look incompetent because it's like, really?
Why did you hire these people?
Why did you hire these people? Why did you agree to this show?
Why did you agree to this show?
And why are the concerts apparently so amazing when this bullshit's going on backstage? Yeah. Like, something's not adding up.
Yeah, I think a lot of this has been done in post. Like,
absolutely.
Like, because they went to Hamley's, which I think is in London.
Okay.
The kids, the toy shop.
Yeah.
That's not a Dutch. No, where are they?
They probably told us.
A Danish chain.
No, I just wasn't paying attention.
No, they didn't. She went to the shops with the kids, and I'm like, isn't Hamley's only in London? I mean, maybe there is an outlet in Copenhagen.
Well, I mean, it's like my theory
Beautiful,
that when they were late to the show last week, that whole plane scene was probably filmed 3 months later.
And then they didn't know the time difference.
I know. Yeah, it's convoluted even for an reality show. I think that's the issue. It's like,
Also, no one's stupid enough to like. There's never going to be a Kardashian moment because no one's dumb enough. Yeah. Like, no one's dumb enough to go swimming in the sea with $70,000 earrings in this show. Oh my God. Like, and be really upset about it, and then have their sister go, Kim, there are people who are literally dying. Yeah, but
that's like a genuine stupidity.
Yeah.
Which is why it works, I guess. Yeah. I don't watch it.
She lost $70,000 worth of earrings because she went for a swim in the sea wearing them.
In Mariah's bathroom without asking.
Yeah. In Mariah's bathroom without it. Yeah. Like, that's what you want on a reality show. But those girls don't do anything. No. Whereas Mariah's busy doing things. Yeah. Like, true. And this show is trying to confect doings of things with Molly. And then fired her halfway through the show.
Like, but also didn't. We don't know she's fired. No. Like, she didn't tell her.
No.
So, yeah. Do you think this is the lowest point in Mariah's career? Is it worse than everything that happened in 2001? Not personally for her, obviously. But no, quality-wise?
Yeah. No, but see, the quality in 2001 was good.
That's what I mean. Like, I think people would see the low point as glitter. Yeah. I'm like, but at least glitter was...
And it holds up now. It's good now.
Well, good's a choice word.
No,
but it's
the album,
a movie.
Not the movie.
Yes.
I'm talking about the album.
Yes. I sent you? People might have seen during the week. I can't remember his name. He's a
from
funny white guy.
Culture Research.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, with Bo and Yang. Yeah.
And he tells the story of getting his mum to take him on September 11th.
Yeah.
To get the glitter album.
When she's getting him out of school.
Because she's come to get him from school and he's like, we're going to get the glitter album. And then she actually takes him to get it because she knew...
He was not going to be happy for days.
Yeah, it's going to get... This is what's happening now. It's going to get worse because those shops are going to be closed.
Yeah. They were trying to close the shop.
They were trying to close the shop.
It's such a funny clip.
It's the gayest thing that's ever happened and I'm very here for it.
I'm so jealous of kids who grew up with Mariah.
I did not know where that was going to go.
I was 19 when Vision of Love came out.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you're incredibly jealous of me.
Very jealous.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Like imagine just like Mariah all the time. Every year there's a new album. And when you're a kid, that's like, oh my God, this is the best thing that ever happened.
Well, it's like, I think about this a lot with the Whitney version of I Will Always Love You, which I think is one of the best captured vocals ever.
Amazing.
And I'm like, I heard that when I was 2 or 3. That was the level of what music is to me. Like, I'm like, this is what music can sound like and this is what it can do. It's like, and then Mariah was the first album we had. Yeah. So it was hard to... I think that's why...
we had Tina Arena on TV every week as a 9-year-old.
Yeah. Well, see, for me, Tina Arena was Chains.
Yeah.
So,
for me, Tina Arena was MacArthur Park fortnightly.
Oh. But yeah, and I think that's probably why I then leaned more towards, say, like the Spice Girls, which was more dancing and colourful, because it's like, well, you can't compare anything to those voices.
Yeah.
So,
see, I was the other way around. I started with ABBA. Like, knew all the words to all the ABBA songs. And, their voices are amazing, but they're very slight.
Yes.
But it's like a really delicate harmony that no one can come close to doing, which is why every stage production of Mamma Mia, people just lean on the wrong thing. But yeah, so I kind of had a thing for Shirley Bassey.
Kind of.
She had a bit of a belt that I loved. I liked Cher. And then and I liked Madonna as well when I was a kid, whose voice is also a bit thin and reedy.
Have you seen, I should have sent it to you, there's a clip of Celine in the 80s dressed as Madonna singing
Oh my God.
one of the 80s hits.
Is it Papa Don't Preach?
I think it might be, actually. Have you seen it?
No.
I need to show it to you. I'm going to show you that off air.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because it is horrifically accurate in terms of the tone.
Yeah.
But then you just get a little bit of a Celine lean.
Little moment.
At the end.
Are we excited about the Celine movie?
Oh my God. We might have to do a little special for that.
Even though she came for
Yes.
Aretha.
Yeah. If she had a biography, we'd be doing that.
Yeah.
She will someday.
Yeah, she
It'll be
must
called
have. I think that's what this movie
Renée. That's what it would be called. She just says that a lot. Renée.
Anyway, we should go home.
We probably
Why
should
are we
get
still
the hell
here?
out of here. It's just we're talking about anything else.
Anything other than Stella's
cleanse
world.
our palate.
Mariah's world. Molly's world.
All right. Let's run away.
At the end of the podcast, baby. Almost there, almost home. You could probably say, but you won't because of copyright.
All right, we are almost home. Next week, we are heading into the regular verse
We
again.
Not as daunting after this.
Not as daunting after this, although if I told you we were going to be watching the entire movie
Oh no.
of This Is Me, ... now, a love story.
Oh,
The movie, the musical, the mer.
Who's Colin when he's in home?
Colin Farrell.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
I would get.
I'd be a fan
I would
for
let
him.
Farrell in my colon any day. Like still, ooh, he's still got it.
We've all seen the footage.
I watched that whole Sugar show. Ooh. But yes, we will be watching all of that film.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah, for the next 6 weeks.
I have made many notes. Just doing a fabnopsis of the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Because rather than make you watch it while we commentate it, which would be Cruel and Unusual Punishment,
Yes.
banned under the Geneva Convention, we've decided to watch it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems to be our thing at the moment in both worlds.
Yeah, in all the worlds.
Yeah.
Before we go, you make anything happen?
Make it happen.
There's some music out there. There's some music humming. But please get out there. Stream on the old Possible Prince X.
Yes.
The new song You Can Feel It is out there, which is the first song from the next album, which I'll be announcing shortly.
It's exciting.
And, I've got Xena Warrior commentary as well. If people want to hear more of this nonsense, but slightly less dirty,
Yeah.
you can watch along with that.
You don't talk about the potential scissoring?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that does happen a lot, actually. Yeah, but then I don't have someone adding to it. You know?
You know,
Exactly. Yeah. It's a soft scissoring. Less steely than I would have thought.
scissoring.
Yeah, in your head you imagine it's sharper. But
Yeah, there's no fans in the scissoring.
God. Probably still sticky though. like a claggy scissor.
Like a claggy scissor. Oh my god, this is revolting.
I do often ask people like how they scissor if they're left-handed. Just to see. Oh, you're left-handed. Oh, how do you scissor then?
Oh my god.
Funny Phil.
I am still doing my Doctor Who podcast. Adam
Yes.
Richard Has a Theory every day.
It's flying off the shelves.
Which, because the show is on, it's it's hectic at the moment. And there was racism in the show last week. It was a big
Oh
thing.
no!
There was
accidental or on purpose?
No, it was deliberate.
Okay.
In the Doctor Who show that we had to talk about. We had to break.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
There was I had to do a special episode because
A very special episode.
very
of Blossom.
special episode of Blossom, where we talked about some difficult themes.
Oh, you were talking about the J-Lo album, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, because my Doctor Who podcast, Adam Richard Has a Theory, is I don't click the explicit filter button.
Oh.
So it's because it's a kids show. Doctor Who is a kids show, and I figure kids might listen. So it's clean. it's, you know, it's all this, like, that's why I'm so disgusting here.
Yeah,
it's
gotta
just
get it
like
out.
I open the valve and let it all out. That builds up during that show.
Fair enough.
And also, Hard Quiz continues every Wednesday on the ABC, and new Hard Quiz Kids Saturday nights on the ABC.
All about the kids shows now.
I know. What is it with me and children?
That's what I've always asked. People have been asking that question for 30 years.
I deliberately don't have a working with children check, so I don't have to spend time with them. I can't bear them.
Oh my God. All right. Should we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, all right. Bye, Emily.
I should have just looked up caution.
Yeah.
I'm on my laptop, so God knows what I've Googled prior to this. I'm going to proceed.
Proceed to caution.
All right.
And just go down to the singers, the writers.
Because on the side of Wikipedia, you've got the little bibliography.
Yeah.
And not what it's called, but she's not Charles Hinshaw, is she?
No, just do an Apple F on a Mooney.